All right, so Tesla owners of Silicon Valley tweeted out, any wisdom on limited V9 FSD beta release?
Elon said probably 2 weeks.
Wait, now didn't we already report on this?
Well, I think that we reported on Elon saying something along the lines of 2 weeks. I feel like it was about 2 weeks ago.
It's been...
Yeah, I feel like we're in some kind of weird time warp where he just keeps saying 2 weeks and we keep being like, yeah, 2 weeks.
I mean, 2 weeks is, I think, the goldfish period for most people where it's just like, whoa, 2 weeks? Wow. And then, you kind of forget. And then it's like, oh, 2 weeks. Great.
This tweet also seems like we've seen it before. Elon went on to say, gating factor is achieving and proving higher safety with pure vision than with vision plus radar. We are almost there. That's kind of new. But then he said, full self-driving beta version 9 will blow your mind. And I feel like he said that before.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the problem with software. It can take a while to work out all the bugs. And, they're not just building a website. They're like making a whole full self-driving system, which has never been done before.
Adam Carter said, the YouTube videos you'll watch of other people using full self-driving beta 9 while your Tesla uses the full self-driving software from 2 years ago will blow your mind. I'm still waiting for the button to get the full self-driving beta.
Elon said, true. Anyone paying attention to the rate of improvement will realize that Tesla Autopilot / full self-driving is already superhuman for highway driving and swiftly getting there for city streets.
Toby Lee said, do you have an update on when full self-driving beta will be available in Canada?
Elon said, probably a few months. There are many subtle differences between US and Canada driving.
I feel like I've seen this tweet before.
Yeah. And I mean, the subtle differences, I think, just mean regulators. I don't think it's necessarily too many, things that you'd need to program in unless it's just like
taking a right on red or something.
I mean, maybe it's like really looking out for moose, but I mean, the same thing.
Turn up moose factor.
I mean, that should be true of Maine too. So I don't know.
And then Elon tweeted out, full self-driving display of version 9 will show actual probability distribution of objects. True mind's eye of the neural net. This is so cool. What is he talking about?
So, I mean, right now you get a bunch of colorful dots on your visualization display. It looks very techy, but it doesn't look very clean. And you don't really have a probability score of what different things might be.
Oh, how sure it is that that's a car or that's a person.
Right. Because the neural net essentially assigns a value of usually 0 to 1 that it thinks that something is something.
Wait, so you think the screen is going to be all gooked up with 99.6% chance?
It's possible. I think that they would probably go more with a red to green scale where green means 1, red means, 0. And so, things that it's maybe closer to or things that are more recognizable, it's going to be I'm fairly certain that that's a Winnebago. And maybe they'd be different colors. I don't know exactly what they're trying to show. The visualization, I know, is very important. It's just because so few people are using the beta right now, it doesn't matter that much what the visualization looks like.
It's almost more for the programmer so that they know, what it's doing at any given time.
I mean, I think at a certain point when it starts to go out into the public and people need to trust their cars to drive on city streets and stuff, the visualization is really important because when you glance down at the visualization, you should almost always be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I usually notice that when I'm driving my car and there's a crap ton of cones out on the street and my car can see almost every single one of them and I'm like, wow, that's so interesting.
But I mean, a lot of this is going to go away, just like we saw from the last story where we get a more sleek design that won't show you percentages of anything. It'll just show us, when there's a person, it shows a person.
Yeah, I think that maybe once we get out of beta, that's when it's going to start to look shiny, and when most people are driving around with it, it's just going to look I don't know, a little just representation of the world around you.
And then lastly, Elon said, was using this in my car last night. Well, good for you. We don't have the button yet.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Elon.
Rubbing it in. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips. You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Mondays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below to head over to the Now You Know channel.